दूरदर्शन, एक चैनल, एक भरोसा।
World champion Magnus Carlsen to take on challenger Fabiano Caruana in London later today. For chess's biggest prize, the match pits two of the highest-ranked grandmasters in the history of the game. And Arsenal reach Europa League knockout stage despite stalemate with 10-man Sporting Lisbon. Giroud scores first Chelsea goal in 5 months to send Sarri's men into last 32. The 2018 Women's World T20 cricket tournament will kick off in Caribbean later today, and there is much anticipation and excitement ahead of the tournament. All the matches of this year's World T20 will be broadcast live in more than 200 countries around the world, and this is unprecedented in women's cricket.
India will kickstart the ICC Women's World T20 against New Zealand and Guyana on Friday, while the hosts and defending champions, the Windies, will begin their campaign against Bangladesh. 8 teams qualified automatically, and they were joined by 2 teams from the qualifier tournament, Bangladesh and Ireland. Australians have won the tournament thrice, while England and the West Indies have lifted the trophy once. The West Indies are the defending champions and will look to make it 2 in a row at home. The 10 participating teams are divided into 2 groups. Group A, South Africa, Bangladesh, West Indies, England, Sri Lanka. Group B, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, Pakistan, India. The last few years have been transformational for the women's game, and there is much greater interest and curiosity among spectators around the world as the sport attracts a much bigger audience. Australia and England had dominated women's cricket for the last decade in both ODI and T20 cricket. They had the best win-loss ratio in both formats. The victory for the West Indies in 2016 against all odds was a turning point in women's cricket history. Australia and England were not the only powerhouses anymore. India's record of the tournament is not so good. Only twice India has been able to go past the group stages and has never reached the finals. India will look to improve its dismal record in the tournament. Sports Desk, DD News.
And Indian women will expect no less than semi-finals at the ICC Women's World 2020 in the Caribbean, having reached the finals of last year's 50-over World Cup in England, and with 12-6 record in T20 International this year. Harmanpreet Kaur's team begin their World T20 campaign against New Zealand women in Guyana later today, as the tournament opens with cracking match pitting talent and experience on both the sides together. Harmanpreet has hailed her vice-captain and opener Smriti Mandhana as a game-changer, and with Mithali Raj, Ekta Bish, Deepti Sharma and Poonam Yadav in the ranks, indeed Indian women are the team to beat. India pooled with 3-time winners Australia, New Zealand, Pakistan and Ireland at World T20 and will be aware what needs to be done. More cricket news. Jasprit Bumrah, Kuldeep Yadav and Umesh Yadav has been rested for the final T20 against West Indies in Chennai. BCCI announced via a media release on Friday Siddharth Kaul has been added to the squad for the dead rubber clash. Kaul, 28 years old, last represented India in the tied game against Afghanistan in the Asia Cup. He earned his T20 international cap in a game against Ireland and made one other appearance on that tour against England in Bristol. The decision to rest the trio was made with an eye on the forthcoming tour of Australia, with India having already clinched the T20 international series against the Windies with their wins in Kolkata and Lucknow. BCCI selectors have turned their attention towards the tour of Australia and the subsequent assignments in the build-up to next year's World Cup. Player workload management has dominated talks in the management structures. It is understood that regular captain Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri have also requested the committee of administrators running the BCCI to advance the scheduling of next year's IPL season in order to provide the fast bowlers at least 2 full weeks of rest before the 50-over showpiece event begins in England. And world number 3 PV Sindhu will have to wait a bit longer for a title drought in 2018 as she was beaten by 8th seed He Binjiao in 3 games in the quarterfinals of the China Open tournament. Binjiao, one of the 2 Chinese in the women's singles quarterfinals, won the match 21-17, 17-21, 21-15 to the delight of the home crowd. She will take on former world champion Nozomi Okuhara of Japan in the semi-finals on Saturday. And later, Srikanth too paid the price for being too erratic as he lost 14-21, 14-21, 35 minutes to Tian Shan of Chinese Taipei. Srikanth never seemed to pose a challenge to his Chinese Taipei opponent, who won the titles in Germany, Singapore and Korea this year. Shan played with a lot of confidence, something which the Indian seemed to have lacked during the match, as he gave away some easy points. Meanwhile, former badminton world number 1 Lee Chong-wei has said on Thursday that he hopes to return to the court and play in the next Olympics after receiving treatment for nose cancer. Lee, who is currently ranked 8th in the world, has won 69 international titles and was silver medalist at the last 3 Olympic Games, said on Thursday that he hoped to be well enough to compete in the Tokyo Games 2020.
Last 2 weeks, I just start my training, slowly my training in my body weight, just to work out my fitness back. And I think I must slowly and go back to court. I must listen to my doctor. I cannot say I want to back in normal and fast. He says slowly, and I just listen all my doctor, and I just hope so I can fast go back to. I also target my last Olympics. This is my 5th Olympic, number 5 Olympic, and I just cannot say 100% I can come back, and must see how my body. And this is also my dream. I think is want to play only last track for me, and just 1.5 years now. Tapi is normally is family tamu kasih balik sekolah, and saya still and want to go back to court, and my family, my wife also support because he know saya memang suka this badminton, and tak kisah saya macam mana, saya buat apa decision. I think my wife and all my family also support saya lah.
And time for a short break. There's lots more coming up on Sports News. Stay with us.
खरीदते समय पूरी बात देखिए ना, +F का निशान।
+F?
रोज के खाने में कई पौष्टिक तत्वों की कमी रह ही जाती है, इसलिए आटा, चावल, नमक, तेल और दूध खरीदते समय प्रोडक्ट पे +F के निशान पे नजर रखिए। इनमें विटामिन और आयरन जैसे तत्व नियमित और बारीक मात्रा में डाले जाते हैं, इसलिए देखने, पकाने के तरीके और स्वाद में कोई फर्क ही नहीं।
तो डालते ही क्यों है?
सिर्फ एक चीज पे बहुत फर्क पड़ता है, सेहत पे। संपूर्ण पोषण, स्वस्थ जीवन। आज से ही +F निशान के पदार्थ अपनाइए।
शेर 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 आया, शेर 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 शेर। शेर सुन लिया, अब शायरी सुनिए। न झाड़ी के पीछे न पेड़ के नीचे, शौच करना है तो सिर्फ दरवाजे के पीछे। और पूछे क्यों? क्यों? खुले में शौच कीजिएगा तो बीमारी खुल के फैलेगी, दरवाजा बंद तो बीमारी बंद। शौचालय का उपयोग कीजिए और भारत को स्वच्छ बनाइए। मेरे शेर के लिए एक और बकरा।
पहले ये बताओ, हाथ किस किसने धोया है? किसी ने नहीं? चलो तुम्हारे हाथों में जादू चलाते हैं।
सबसे पहले होता है हाँ, फिर हाथ पे नाचे, शाबाश हाथ से होता फिर, और फिर घूम के आगे पीछे। खेलो 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 तब, और फिर चलाओ नाखूनों का। हाथ करे फिर पानी में छम 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 छम, क्योंकि साफ हाथ में ही है दम।
बच्चों, अपने हाथों को सही तरीके से साफ करो, खास करके खाने से पहले, और साफ हाथों का दम आजमाओ। साफ हाथ में दम है।
नमस्कार नमस्कार नमस्कार। क्या भैया?
सेप्टिक टैंक शौचालय के लिए।
सेप्टिक टैंक ये जब भर जाएगा तो कचरा कहाँ फेंकोगे?
फिर से लौटा यात्रा शुरू।
सुनिए,
2 गड्ढों वाले शौचालय के बारे में सुना है? नहीं सुना? आइए समझाते हैं।
देखिए, 2 गड्ढा बनाइए। पहले वाला जब मल से भर जाएगा ना तो ये चालू हो जाएगा, और साल भर के अंदर इसके अंदर जो मल है ये खाद बन जाएगा, इसे खाली कर दीजिए। इसी तरह शौचालय जो है वो आजीवन चलता रहे, न बीमारी फैलेगी न बदबू।
और पैसे?
अरे वो सेप्टिक टैंक से कई गुना सस्ता। हाँ, क्या समझे?
शौचालय 2 गड्ढों वाला ही बनवाना है,
और स्वच्छता को सदा अपनाना है।
कुछ समय पहले मैंने शरीर पर एक दाग देखा, पर तकलीफ नहीं थी। फिर हाथ की उंगलियों में खिंचाव और सुन्नता रहने लगी और उंगलियां टेढ़ी होने लगी। मैं फौरन डॉक्टर के पास गया।
ये तो कुष्ठ के कारण है।
क्या मैं भी विकलांग हो जाऊंगा?
अरे घबराओ नहीं, कुष्ठ के शीघ्र व पूर्ण इलाज से विकलांगता को रोका जा सकता है।
पूरा इलाज करवाने से मैं पूरी तरह से स्वस्थ हूँ और अब मैं पहले की तरह काम कर रहा हूँ।
जी हाँ, कुष्ठ का इलाज संभव है और सरकारी स्वास्थ्य केंद्रों पर मुफ्त उपलब्ध है।
Welcome back. You're watching Sports News. One of the biggest heavyweight clashes in sports is about to get underway in London, but not in boxing, nor soccer, not in any alphabet soup of American sports. Norway's Magnus Carlsen takes on Fabiano Caruana, a dual Italian-American national in World Chess Championship, starting today. The rules are quite simple. There are 12 games. The winner gets a point, and a draw results in half point for both pairs. The first to 6.5 wins. If the match is drawn after 12 games, it goes to a series of fast chess games on the final day, ending in what is terrifyingly called Armageddon chess. Carlsen has been world number 1 since 2011, world champion since 2013, and has become something of a celebrity beyond the game too. The pressure on 26-year-old Caruana is more significant. He is the first American to make it to the final since Bobby Fischer, the genius who won in 1972. Reigning chess world champion Magnus Carlsen said on Thursday, on the eve of his world champion defense against American Fabiano Caruana, that he feels the need to step up his game if he's have the chance to defend his title. The Norwegian was below standard at the European Chess Club Cup last month with a total of 3.5 points of the possible 6, though he voiced confidence that he can regain his form of old in time to continue his recent dominance at the World Championship, having won the past 3.
To be honest, if you've been the #1 ranked player in the world for 7 years and you've won 3 world championships in a row and you consider yourself an underdog, then there's something seriously wrong with your psyche, I think. Having said that, obviously Fabiano is a tremendous player. His results this year speak for themselves. And I know that if I continue to play in the same vein that I have been recently, then I will probably not win. So I need to step it up, but I have great confidence in my powers to do exactly that. I think I'm a bit calmer than I was back then, but the question remains to see if I play it better. Recently I haven't, but I'm confident that I'm capable of more.
Meanwhile, Caruana, a dual American-Italian national representing the United States, booked his spot in the World Championship after winning the candidates tournament in Berlin in September, finishing a full point ahead of his rivals. The 26-year-old has already been compared to legendary American Bobby Fischer, who became a chess grandmaster in his teenage years and went on to win the world title in 1972. Caruana said he was flattered with the comparison, but felt it was too early.
Well, I don't think that Magnus has any clear weaknesses. Usually the mistakes he makes are very individual, and they don't have a clear pattern to them. And I think this also goes for most of the players at the very, very top. But that being said, he still makes mistakes, and we all do. And the only challenge is to be ready to take them when they come. I think that the comparison is still early. You know, I think that if I become world champion, then the comparison will be more apt. But in terms of like chess style and the course of our lives, I hope I don't think that the comparison is quite true. But of course, it's very flattering to be compared to such a great player. Anyway.
And moving on, Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka was honored by the Haitian president Jovenel Moïse on Thursday in a visit to Port-au-Prince along with her Haitian dad and Japanese mum. The 21-year-old US Open winner received the gift of a tennis racket as well as one of country's highest honors from Moïse for the honor and merit. Osaka's parent also received presents at the event. Osaka will be in Haiti for a total of 5 days where she will visit schools and various sports institutions as well as tour her Haitian father's hometown.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. I'm really grateful, and just thank you everyone for coming. And yeah, I'm really excited to see more of Haiti. It's my father's homeland. It's also half of who I am. So I'm just looking forward to seeing everything.
And time for a short break. Do stay with us.
कुछ समय पहले मैंने शरीर पर एक दाग देखा, पर तकलीफ नहीं थी। फिर हाथ की उंगलियों में खिंचाव और सुन्नता रहने लगी और उंगलियां टेढ़ी होने लगी। मैं फौरन डॉक्टर के पास गया।
ये तो कुष्ठ के कारण है।
क्या मैं भी विकलांग हो जाऊंगा?
अरे घबराओ नहीं, कुष्ठ के शीघ्र व पूर्ण इलाज से विकलांगता को रोका जा सकता है।
पूरा इलाज करवाने से मैं पूरी तरह से स्वस्थ हूँ और अब मैं पहले की तरह काम कर रहा हूँ।
जी हाँ, कुष्ठ का इलाज संभव है और सरकारी स्वास्थ्य केंद्रों पर मुफ्त उपलब्ध है।
कुछ नहीं बेटा, कल तो इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज जा रहा है ना,
हाँ।
घर से दूर, पहली बार। अरे मेरी जान, आप बात करो ना, मैं आती हूँ।
क्या बात करनी है पापा?
तो बेटा वो एच फॉर हिप्पोपोटामस काफी परेशान है ना? हा?
बच्चों से H4 HIV के बारे में खुल के बात करना किसी इम्तिहान से कम नहीं, पर उन्हें असुरक्षित यौन संबंध और संक्रमित सुई से बचे रहने की सलाह तो देनी पड़ेगी। तो दीजिए और कीजिए उनकी परवरिश का असली इम्तिहान पास। सरकारी अस्पताल में HIV की जांच और इलाज गुप्त और मुफ्त। HIV से बचाव, लाइफ का असली इम्तिहान।
इतने सारे फल फूल, वाह कमाल है भाई। सब शौचालय का आशीर्वाद है मिश्रा।
शौचालय? शौचालय नहीं, शौचालय, वो भी 2 गड्ढों वाला। 7 साल पहले मैंने इनसे कह दिया था, शौचालय नहीं तो शादी नहीं।
और मैंने क्या जवाब दिया था? 2 गड्ढों वाला नहीं तो शौचालय नहीं।
2 गड्ढे? क्यों?
एक गड्ढा 5 साल में भर जाएगा शौच करते करते। उसके बाद लिवर को ऐसा घुमाओ और दूसरा गड्ढा खोल दो।
अरे दूसरी की क्या जरूरत, इसी को साफ करवा दो ना, टट्टी तो है।
ये टट्टी नहीं है, ये सोना है। अरे ये गड्ढा भरने के बाद अगर 1 साल बंद रहेगा तो यही छीछी सोना बन जाएगा।
यानी सोन खाद।
इसे हाथ से उठाओ और खेतों में मिलाओ और शौचालय का आशीर्वाद पाओ।
अब तो मैं भी बनवाऊंगा 2 गड्ढों का शौचालय। और ये भाभी जी को दो।
धरती का उपहार है मिश्रा। शौचालय हो तो 2 गड्ढों वाला।
About football, Arsenal booked a place in Europa League knockout stage and extended their unbeaten run to 15 matches despite a 0-0 draw with Sporting Lisbon on Thursday. Arsenal striker Danny Welbeck gave a rare start just hours after being named in the Gareth Southgate's England squad. Had to be stretched down the tunnel with what looked a nasty ankle injury in the first half. And Chelsea ensured safe passage through the Europa League knockout stages with a 1-0 victory over Bate Borisov in Belarus. Oliver Giroud scored his first goal in 5 months under boss Maurizio Sarri to open the scoring for the English visitors. The Frenchman stole a yard on his marker to head home from Emerson Palmieri's delivery from the left. Eden Hazard completed just an hour in the fog as Belgium continues his recovery from a back injury. Sarri has won all 10 of his Europa League group stage games as a manager, with his side scoring 28 goals, conceding just 4 in return. Chelsea's return to domestic action on Sunday, 11 November. They lost Everton in the Premier League. And Manchester United stuns Juventus with 2 goals in the final 5 minutes to beat Italian champions 2-1 in Turin to give themselves a good chance of qualifying for the Champions League knockout stages. There was controversy surrounding Mourinho after the match as the United boss cupped his ears in a gesture aimed at Juventus supporters, and his celebrations prompted Juve players to approach him.
I have been insulted by them for 90 minutes. I didn't offend anyone with my gesture. It was just a little bit more. I just made a gesture to tell them that I wanted to hear them louder. It is a fantastic victory for us. A victory that is not just about the points that we lost at home. It is about feeling of how well we played, and I think even if this game didn't hand me the victory, I would have the same feeling that the team played really well from the first minute against a super team. Juventus do not hide the fact they want to win Champions League. They do not try to hide it. They are honest and they say they want to win Champions League and that their team was built to win Champions League. Juventus played well. After Ronaldo's goal, if I am not mistaken, we had 3 sensational chances to score. But in football and in the Champions League, anything could happen. We had to improve, but the team has played well. With intensity and in the defensive phase, we have granted them a few chances and created many.
And Red Star Belgrade won back the clock to their European heyday as 2 goals from the towering striker Milan Pavkov helped the Serbian side to a memorable 2-0 Champions League home victory over a subdued Liverpool in Group C. It was the Serbian side's first ever win in Champions League group stages on their maiden campaign in the present format, Europe's elite club competition, and their most memorable night since they won the 1991 European Cup.
It was a good football atmosphere. I don't think it was like it would have been impossible to perform. To be honest, it was not. We had moments, we had kind of nearly chances, but I think the biggest chances were in the last 2-3 minutes. Before that, not enough. But again, if you score early in the second half, then the game can change. But it didn't. So we have to admit, congratulations, Red Star, well deserved. They have the 3 points, we have nothing.
This is a wonderful evening for us. I think we played a good and quality game of football. We knew that the level of our opponent was. We talked about it a lot before this game and the game in Liverpool, and regardless of the result in the end, I still think that's a team that is a Champions League title contender.
Moving on, US billionaire philanthropist Bill Gates will launch an Our Global Goals partnership with Japan Sports Agency and Tokyo 2020 Olympic organizers in an effort to achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft and the world's second richest person, has devoted much of his time these days in a family foundation which aims to reach out to the Sustainable Development Goal objectives, including ending extreme poverty and combating climate change by 2030.
The sports community in Japan is fast approaching an exciting moment. The eyes of the world will be on Tokyo as the Olympics get near. And I'm excited that you're using this opportunity to raise awareness and be ambassadors for a better world. Together, I'm confident we can break records we never thought possible just a few years ago.
And with that, we wrap this edition of Sports News. Have a pleasant evening ahead. Namaskar.
वैष्णव जन तो तेरे कहिए जे वीर